Aquarius, what's happening, what's crack-a-lackin', and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your January 2021 reading. I hope everybody's well. If so, let me know down in those comments down below. As always, these readings are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message, and if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, you're more than welcome to. All that information is going to be linked down in the description box down below. I want to wish you guys a very happy new year, man. We left 2020, we're entering 2021. I mean, we started off pretty interestingly. I do think that 2021 is going to have an interesting start, but I feel like over time throughout this year, it's going to be much of a better improvement, okay? Nonetheless, though, guys, thank you for tuning in, Aqua. Let's see what we got going on for your January 2021. Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout January 2021. What do we got coming in for Team Aquarius here? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout January 2021. All right, Aqua Gang, let's go ahead and get ourselves one last shuffle, and we'll see what we got, baby. Hopefully we got ourselves some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's have a look, okay? What's going on for the Aquarius, baby? Aqua. The overall energy for you guys here showing up as the 8 of Wands. You can be connecting possibly here with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo. This could be the energy of things moving forward. This also could talk about travel. So for some of you guys, there may be some traveling happening. Maybe you're relocating in January. Maybe you're moving to a different state, moving to a different house, apartment. This could be moving in general. Maybe there's been an energy shift between you and another person that is kind of out of the ordinary, or you can tell is just overall changing. So let's have a look there. Your current energy showing up as the Moon card. The person you're dealing with is showing up as the 8 of Swords, and the outcome that's present, wow, we got here the 7 of Swords. Yeah. So looking at the energy provided for you so far, you very well likely could be connecting with a Pisces, and taking a look at the 8 of Wands to the Moon card, I think right now you're starting to notice a huge emotional change between you and somebody close to you. Now keep in mind, with these readings, the person you're dealing with could be a friend, family member, lover, it could be a coworker. Take it how it resonates and how it applies to your personal situation. Now, when I'm taking a look at the person you're dealing with, they're showing up here as the 8 of Swords. Now, the 8 of Swords is usually an energy of somebody feeling very confined. They kind of feel like they're possibly in a mental imprisonment. They definitely feel like they're trapped in a situation right now. I feel like you're dealing with somebody that has so many things to say but has no idea how to communicate it, okay? So you've been noticing a different energy between you and someone else. It's definitely felt off. It hasn't felt correct. You've noticed that their vibe is just totally different. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that there's so many things this individual wants to express, but they just don't know how to express it. As for the outcome that's present, we have here the 7 of Swords. You're starting to kind of feel something sneaky going on with the person you're dealing with, Aquarius, but of course you're stuck in this energy of, I don't have all the answers. All I know is that, you know, the vibes kind of changed between me and somebody else, and I can't put my finger on it to what it actually is, what really changed. So you are feeling this change right now between you and somebody that's close to you, okay? So let's go ahead and grab some clarifying cards real quick. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 8 of Swords. Why is the person Aquarius is dealing with showing up as the 8 of Swords? And we have ourselves here the Page of Wands. And why is the outcome between Aquarius and this person showing up as the 7 of Swords? And we have ourselves the 6 of Swords. Yeah, so I think that ultimately whatever's going on is kind of the two of you outgrowing one another, to be quite honest. I could have sworn, Aquarius, the last reading we did for you guys was literally talking about outgrowing each other. You can check that out for mid-December if you want to. I think the titles had outgrowing in it or something like that. But looking at the energy so far here, I feel like you and somebody else are definitely sensing a different vibe between the two of you. So that seems to be the message that's coming up so far. So what I'm going to do here, Aquarius, is I'm going to go over the person you're dealing with. I'll take a look and see how they feel towards you and what's going on with them throughout January 2021. Then I'll take a look and see how you feel towards them, what's going on with you throughout January 2021. We'll see where energies align, and then we'll go ahead and see the outcome, okay? Now, in regards to who Aquarius is dealing with, how does this person feel towards Aquarius? And what is going on with this individual, please, throughout January 2021. How does the person that Aquarius is dealing with feel towards Aquarius? And what is going on with this individual, please, throughout January 2021? So, first card out, we got ourselves a Knight of Pentacles. What also came out, which was a jumper, was the Page of Swords. Moving forward from that, we have here the Hierophant, we have here the Two of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Magician, and we also have here the Emperor. So, let's go ahead and analyze these energies real quick and see what we got going on. So, let's go ahead and have a look. Knight of Pentacles to the Page of Swords. I kind of feel like the person you're connecting with right now is in a place where they're really hesitant to communicate whatever is going on with them. Remember, their energy was the Eight of Swords, right? Meaning that they felt trapped or they felt stuck. I kept picking up on this energy of them feeling like they had something to say, but they didn't know how to say it. So I think whoever this is you're connecting with, they're definitely going through something in this current moment. So Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, they're feeling really stuck when it comes towards communicating how they feel. Now, moving forward from that, we have here the Two of Wands, and we have here the Six of Cups. What I think they're truly having a struggle with, Aqua, is letting you know or communicating towards you that things don't feel the same and that things completely feel off. That's what kind of appears to be coming up for me. I think whoever you're dealing with over here is acknowledging that the relationship that the two of you have hasn't felt the same for quite some time. And keep in mind, this reading can be about a friendship. It could be about things between you and your lover, things between you and your family. So whatever kind of relationship it is to you, take it how it resonates. But your person here really feels that your relationship has just not been the same. There's been a massive gap and a massive change. So Six of Cups here, Two of Wands here, they kind of believe that you feel the same way. They're kind of in this energy where it's like, Aqua, our relationship feels very different. And they kind of feel like you've picked up on that too. And moving forward from that, Emperor card to the Magician card, I think they're in a space right now where they don't understand what changed or what went wrong. So they're kind of having a hard time communicating this and trying to figure out why the two of you are just on two different planes of resonance. It just doesn't feel right anymore as the two of you are connecting, right? So if this is your friend, it feels like the two of you have just grown in two different places. It feels like you've grown apart from each other. If this is your lover, it feels like you guys have grown apart from each other. And it's been like this silent knowing between the two of you that things are just different. And I feel like there's definitely some aspect of commitment involved here. So if this isn't a person you're in a committed relationship with, this could be a really close friend of yours that you have always been very devoted and loving towards. And just both of you here are acknowledging things are off, things aren't the same. This is really weird, but it's been like this silent thing. I feel like the two of you haven't spoken about it. And it's starting to become a lot more intense for the person you're dealing with. You know, they're just recognizing, you know, this silence isn't doing me really good. It just feels really awkward and weird when it comes towards our relationship. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on with your person here throughout January 2021. First card we pulled was the Knight of Wands. We also have here the King of Wands, and we have here the Judgment. I think whoever you're dealing with, Aquarius, doesn't want to stop having a relationship with you. I think they just want to understand what is necessarily changing. Things just aren't feeling the same. Always keep in mind that we're constantly growing every day. Sometimes we're growing more than others. So what really looks to be happening here, Aquarius, is that you and this person are just simply on two different planes of resonance. You're resonating with a different aspect of your life right now, Aqua, and so is the person you're dealing with. And that's why it feels like things are kind of awkward between the two of you, or that the two of you are growing apart. It's because both of you guys are in alignment with two different types of paths. So with the person you're connecting with, I don't think they want to have a disconnect. I don't think they want to walk away from you. I think they just kind of want to understand what's different, right? So I feel like that's what's coming through at your person so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at your side of things here, Aquarius, and we'll see what we got going on. How does Aquarius feel towards the person they're dealing with? And what is going on with Aquarius, please, throughout January 2021? How does Aquarius feel towards the person they're dealing with? And what is going on with Aquarius, please, throughout January 2021? First card out for Aqua, we have here the Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's this unspoken feeling There we go. You haven't talked about it either, but you felt it. You felt a change between you and this person. We have here the Four of Pentacles, indicating you've still been holding on to them. We have here the Two of Cups, indicating that you still care for the person and that you still are connected to them. And we have here Knight of Cups, the Hermit, and the World card. So if this is a romantic relationship, what seems to be happening here is that there's so much love between the two of you, but there's so much that's changing. Maybe both of you want different things out of your life experience, you know? Maybe Aquarius, maybe you want more focus on your work, and maybe the person you're dealing with wants more focus on other things. It just feels to me like the two of you have two completely different focuses right now. And the both of you love and care for each other, but you could tell that you're just not on that same plane of resonation. Aquarius, when I'm looking at your feelings, you're not wanting to let go of this person. You're not wanting to walk away from them, but at the same time, you can tell that you're living in two different worlds. The Hermit card here to the World card. You're like, well, you know, other than being around each other and talking to each other, you know, we are in two different worlds on what it is we're doing and what it is we want, you know? So you can feel this unspoken change that's occurred between the two of you. And I think that Aqua, with the Knight of Cups here and with the Four of Pentacles here, you don't want to let go of this person either, but that's really what the person you're dealing with is experiencing too. So this is kind of an odd reading in a sense. It's a little bit of an odd reading. I wish that there was more clarity to explain what's truly going on. But as simply to put it, the person you're dealing with feels that things have changed. You feel that things have changed. Neither of you feel like your relationship is the same, yet the two of you still love one another and you still want to be involved in one another's lives, but it's hard to do that when you both feel like you're in two completely different worlds. That's what I'm really feeling coming up here, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at two more cards for Aquarius's feelings. We have here the Nine of Pentacles, and we have here the Ace of Swords. To tell you the truth, you don't really feel super connected to them like you used to. You actually feel a lot more independent. So for example, Aquarius, if you're in a relationship with this person, you feel single, okay? And if this is your best friend, you feel like, you know, shit, I'm always on my own all the time and doing my own thing and about my own business all the time. It's like, damn, we just don't feel close. There's so much distance that I feel in this reading and that I feel between the two of you. In regards to what's going on with Aquarius throughout January 2021, let's have a look there. We have the Eight of Cups, the Temperance, and the Sun card. What you want to walk away from, Aquarius, is this feeling of distance. You want to get close to someone here again. I think you want to get close to this person again. You want to understand one another and understand where both of you are at in your lives. And you just want to be happy with this person again, right? Because you got the Sun card swiftly coming in over here. So you just want things to go back to the way they were. Here's the thing though. Things can never go back to the way they were. Things can only move forward, right? So at the end of the day, I think the two of you here have to voice out your feelings and your opinions. You know what I'm saying? Like Aquarius, if this person doesn't speak, maybe you can speak to them. This is kind of the energy where it's like you have to be like, hey, you know what? Things have felt weird for a while between us. It's felt distant for a while between us. I feel like the two of us are living in two completely different worlds, but I still really care about you, and I miss being close to you, and I miss being happy with you and just understanding one another and being involved in each other's lives. I miss being on that same plane of resonation. And if you really miss that with this person, Aquarius, I would communicate those feelings. I wouldn't continue to hold back. You know, the overall energy of this reading was the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands does talk about communicating and forward movement. So instead of going back to the way things were with this person, it's time to create a new beginning. The two of you are still clearly holding on to one another, still clearly caring for one another. You just feel so disconnected from each other. And if you want to be more involved again, you both kind of have to admit to one another that you feel disconnected. And then you have to work on getting to, you know, invest each other back into one another's lives. You just got to get that reinvestment going, okay? And everything can genuinely work out. Because this isn't a bad reading at all. It's more so a reading of, we got to recognize we've been really disconnected from each other. Our lives have been different. We've been living in two different worlds. And we miss each other. We love each other. We want to be close again. We have to give ourselves the time to reinvest in a new beginning with each other, okay? So that's really what it all comes down to. In regards to where energies are aligning, please, between Aquarius and this person, throughout January 2021. Let's have a look there. We have here the Justice card, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think with the Justice card to the Queen of Wands, this is talking about you taking action. So Aquarius, I feel like in January, you're going to be taking action to reach out to the person you're dealing with and let them know with a very blunt energy of, hey, I really miss you. I feel like you and I are just not as connected as we used to be. I feel like you and I are just in this space where we're two different people living in two different worlds. We don't even feel that close anymore. And I love and care for you, and I want to change that. I want to feel close to you again. Like I said, this could even be your romantic partner. You may be an Aquarius that lives with your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you may feel distant from them even though they're right in front of you. You may feel like you're in two different worlds even though you share the same bed. Like that is a very likely thing that some of you guys can be going through right now. So you're going to basically provoke the conversation of, here's how I feel. I just feel like we're super distant. And I think we need to work on that. I miss being close to you. And let's go ahead and really try to rebuild a foundation and rebuild this relationship in a brand new way, okay? So I think you're going to be the one to reach out. And if you're not the one to reach out, maybe this person will reach out. But to be quite honest, Aquarius, I feel like the person you're dealing with is a lot more hesitant than you. I feel like you're more of the direct and blunt person, and they're more of the indirect kind of individual. Whoever you're dealing with, they feel like a very watery energy. So it could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But of course, if it's not a water sign, it doesn't matter about the sign. Overall, though, remember that Eight of Swords. Whoever you're dealing with over here, Aquarius, they're really overthinking this. They're really in their head about you right now, wondering like what changed and why you two don't feel so close anymore. But they're the type of person that won't confront this. I feel like they're the type of person that will be more so giving you indirect confrontation rather than direct confrontation, whereas you, Aquarius, would be more direct about how it is you feel, even though I feel like you've been held back about this too. All right, so I think you're going to be the one here to bring up the conversation of the fact that the two of you kind of just feel really off and not the same. And I think that when you do bring up this conversation, especially in a very blunt manner, it's going to help. I think it's going to get the two of you to feel close to one another again, just by being able to open up and being able to discuss, you know, the types of worlds the both of you are living in and how you two feel about the situation. I think it's really going to be beneficial to kind of provoke that conversation, okay? As for the overall outcome, please, between Aquarius and the person they're dealing with throughout January 2021, what is going to be the overall outcome, please, between Aqua and the individual that they're connecting with here? And we got ourselves the Ten of Wands, we got ourselves the King of Cups, and we got ourselves the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. Putting the burden behind the two of you just by taking action, you know, showing one another that you still love and care for each other, and reinvesting in the time that hasn't been invested in quite some time. For example, when you two were feeling like you were living in different worlds, when you felt like you were detaching from one another and disconnected from one another, neither of you were trying to build this relationship. Both of you were kind of like stuck in the energy of what happened. Well, now in January 2021, you're like, you know what? Instead of wondering what happened, let's be direct. Let's talk about this. Let's see what we can do. And let's rebuild this connection by reinvesting our time into one another and by getting close to each other again, because you've been missing this person, Aquarius, and they've been missing you. And when I say missing, I don't mean just physically missing this person. I mean, the two of you have really emotionally been missing one another, as it's felt like you were emotionally disconnected for quite some time, okay? So Aquarius, I want to thank you guys so much for coming in, man. I really appreciate it. Of course, if this message does resonate, let me know down in those comments down below. If this is not your message, no worries there. Always take tarot readings with a grain of salt. As I wanted to state it as well, you know, throughout this entire reading, this reading was something that I feel between the two of you was very difficult for both of you to talk about. But coming into January 2021, I feel like you're going to be the person to spark this conversation, to let them know your true feelings, that you miss this individual, that you haven't felt close to them emotionally. And I feel like things are going to only be moving forward from here. So I feel like you and this person are going to get close again. I feel like the two of you are on the up and up and up. So it's a really awesome reading, actually, that we got here for you, okay? But nonetheless, man, thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate it. If you're new here and you fuck with the channel, channel and you fuck with the vibes, come on down and subscribe. Definitely consider subscribing if you're new here. And yeah, guys, have an awesome and amazing rest of your January 2021. And I will be sure to catch you guys in your next video. Much love, my Aquarius gang, and have yourselves a good one. Peace. Take care, guys.